Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So another turbo thought I want to share with you is generally this notion of taking social risks and not being socially risk averse. So I think this is the big issue. A lot of us in real life, we are socially risk averse. We're afraid of saying things, doing things, talking to strangers because we're afraid that we're going to be seen as stupid, we're going to be yelled at, we're going to be disciplined, whatever it may be. And perhaps this came from our childhood where, you know, kids just say whatever random shit which is on their mind. And as we get older, we're trained to not to talk to strangers. We're trained to be more polite. We're trained to not ruffle the feathers of others. And so the biggest issue of this is that it just creates a society of more generic individuals. And this is what I think. Whenever you look at actors, comedians, rappers, anyone who's famous, successful, or whatever, generally these are very socially aberrant people. These are people who don't act the way the other quote-unquote normal people do. These are people we find more interesting, more fascinating. These are individuals who we just enjoy being around more. So for example, if you're at a dinner party, who would you rather chat to? The guy dancing on the table or the meek person in the corner drinking punch, not talking to anybody? And it's so strange too, because I think in society, people who are perceived as cool are people who are like standoffish, who don't really talk to you, whatever. But honestly, people who try to act cool are generally the most insecure people of them all. They're people who don't want to take any social risks because they're afraid of losing their cool factor. And realizing that these people are the most socially risk averse, to me is actually really liberating, because a lot of us, for some reason, we strive in our lives to become cool. And in trying to become cool, we don't take any social risks. We don't talk to strangers. We don't act a fool. We don't say what's really on our mind. We're so trained to be generic that we forget our own individuality and what makes us special and what makes us unique. So one of the benefits I found that living abroad and traveling abroad, whatever, is that especially when I'm in a foreign country where it speaks a different mother tongue. So for example, I'm in Mexico City. I mean, most people here speak English anyways, but it's a chance for me to practice my Spanish. And to me, it's a very humbling experience, because in trying to practice my Spanish, I'm like a kid again. I say things which might be stupid. Obviously, I make all these grammatical errors, whatever. And obviously, I don't look quote, quote, cool when I'm speaking a foreign language for the most part, because I just kind of look stupid. But it's a matter of not worrying about being stupid. It's okay to be foolish. It's okay to be, you know, to do things which are socially awkward or bad or wrong. Yeah, I think it's good to not follow the rules. And this is actually something that was really interesting in Japan. I think the way that Japan works really well, especially Tokyo, it's a fucking massive city with trillions of people, and somehow everyone lives in harmony in a small city, is because everyone in Japanese society, not everybody, but a lot of people in Japanese society are trained to follow the rules, be orderly. Because everyone is so orderly, society works really well. Now, this is to the benefit of Tokyo or a big city, or to Japanese society and culture, but it's actually very disempowering for the individual, because most individual people want to act not necessarily differently from other people, but just act who they are, what they believe in. And when you're starting to get punished by society for acting a little bit different, this is something that's generally not cool. So generally what I would encourage is that for you to take more social risks. So how are different ways you could take social risks? You could take social risks by talking more with strangers, by going to new places, by chatting out with you know, your local barista or your bartender, or you know, talking to random people on the street that you find interesting. I don't think that and once again, this is, you know, you might come off as awkward, weird, or socially aberrant, and that's all about the social risk taking, is that you have to put yourself into a situation where you're going to be perceived as weird or strange, because then it's a chance for you to flex your social skills and your social muscles to charm people, and this is one thing I think about charm is a way to insult people without actually hurting their feelings, and a way for you to be a jester, for you to even like flirt with other people, whether there be, you know, a male, a female, it doesn't really matter. I think flirting, it's not always sexual. It's more kind of like teasing. In Vietnamese, they call it jam ya, which literally means to cut the air, or like we like to say in the States, to shoot the shit. And the more skillful you are at making small talk, of, you know, just chatting with random strangers, I think this will give you more self-confidence, this will give you more motivation, this will make you happier, more joyful. And the more social risks you make, the more you could be, the less socially risk averse you are. I think the more you're gonna succeed in your business, your life, your creativity, anything that involves other humans. Overcoming the risk of social humiliation is one of the keys to success. So what are some of your practical thoughts on how to overcome social risk aversion? Leave a comment down below. And I encourage all of you guys to thrive by taking more of these social risks, making yourself look a fool, and just say whatever's on your mind. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.